Hi-oh, beefer! Away!
Hello everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and everything that comes in between. My name is Agro. I'm joined today by the human that runs by the name of Lucky. Lucky, welcome to the stream.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here as well. It's touch and go finding the right person for the job, but I think we've nailed it now. We've got luck on your side. What more do you need?
For God's sake.
I've been waiting so long to say that line. We've got Wiethoofd on camera as well. This is the Cap That Cup. That sounds about wrong. Cap That
Cup. It's a mouthful, Agro, honestly.
It really is. It's Cap the Cup charity event. We're going into the semi and grand finals this evening, which means that we will see that the best this kind of gaming has to offer. I mean, these teams, they fought their way through hundreds of briefcase moments to be with us this evening or this afternoon. What are you expecting to see out of this, Lucky?
Well, this is the first time I've actually even seen this event. I've been busy working, doing work stuff, but I have sort of caught up on the rules and the format, and not gonna lie, I'm loving it.
Really?
It sounds really good. Yeah, I'm excited to sort of see what happens because I haven't seen CTF in so long, and honestly, it sounds incredible. So it's like a bit of a meme machine, and I'm ready to take it on.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're old school, and I don't just mean you were here since 2014. If you were here right in the very beginning of Team Fortress 2's creation, 2007, and even before that, you will recognize CTF as being one of the mainstays of FPS gaming and competitive play.
Yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful time to be alive. Honestly, I was there in my teenager stage, squeaker mode, engaged pretty much the entire time, and it was really fun to watch, genuinely. And it's nice to have a break every now and again from your casual 5C. Well, I say casual, your competitive 5CP sort of format, and also to see this class limit thing where they have to have an NG and a heavy. Is that right? Okay, 0 class limits, but I like that anyway. That's cool. Okay, yeah. Max of 1 heavy and NG. I like that anyway, because I like to see 2 medics, 2 demos, 2 scouts, powerhouse classes.
You could theoretically run this without medic. You could run it with 2 medics. You could have 3 medics.
That's like 6 scouts.
Yeah, no, you could. I mean, I genuinely think that having the default meta there as something that we are so used to in any kind of Sixes format, and being so rigidly stuck to it, that it squanders the capability of the game itself. So having all of the rules almost quelched from the very get-go means that there's a real possibility of seeing some incredible stuff going on. Look, I think we are at the go point now.
Oh, we are indeed at the go point, and we are on our way to what appears to be, I don't know, are they going to a mid-fight? Is this a mid... I guess there is no real mid-fight, is there? But they are making their way into the centre to try and get some player advantages. Got soldiers flying around everywhere. We are seeing Plastic Bag down in the beginning to the 1 heavy class, which is limited, and Demo Man out on this side. We're seeing the Pyro class as well, with the Degreaser forcing him out. We've got a Short-Stop Scout on top of the point, doing his best, takes him down with the, with the Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. That gun is absolutely a shredding machine, Agro.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful work there. I mean, RK, I'm going to say RK because almost everyone is named RK on this team. RK Scout, that 1 Scout held out for the longest time on his own with incredible format, incredible work, but he went down in the very end. This Pyro seems to be taking the initiative. I'm talking about PST-16, of course, just really pushing hard and heavy on this soldier.
Takes him down eventually with the assistance of the Tomislav heavy, and I've not actually ever seen this map before. It does seem like a little bit choky. We are seeing the red Uber actually get popped out here, maybe just popping there for the sake of popping, but we are seeing the Uber come out, but they do drop the demo on that one, but they are seeing players forward now. Looks like they are going to catch one of the mechs, but there is a sentry gun to block most of the rest of the Uber. They haven't got spam class to take it down. It's done far too much work there, and they weren't able to take it down and push forwards.
Yeah, it was a really weird time to be popping the Uber. I wonder if it was forced. It did seem that there was no real method or logic in making use of that Uber, and it was just wasted in the end. Medic went down, Heavy went down, Medic went down, and that was it. But they pulled back, and I think this is what we're going to see. This is the entirety of the game. I wonder where it's all just push as hard as you can, and then if you don't get the points, stay and wait for the other team to push.
Yeah, from the blue perspective though, there is an actual spam angle on this sentry gun. As soon as you take down that sentry gun, then it's going to be easy enough to take that spire area and start taking them down. But I think the red team have actually recognised this. They've started to take that area now, and they're moving all forwards together as a unit. And the PST has now split them out. He's going to have called the heavy, and they're going to start rotating players around that position. Stampy actually getting taken down there in the back lines. And it looks like that it's going to be a bit of an even trade here with players. It's going to be 2 down on each side, but Inst goes down as well. And it looks like they are going to be able to take this red position on the mid.
Yeah, I was expecting to see like a bit of a spy play come in at some points, because that's the sneaky stuff you want to be doing. But I haven't seen one yet, and I wonder whether there will be a spy being played out at any time. But right now, it's still early stages. There's still both of these teams making use of the fact that they have like superior firepower available to them with much heavier and bigger classes.
Yeah, indeed. The red team have identified as well that, okay, there is a spy actually, PST-16 behind them, heavy in the medic.
Here we go.
Going for a stab, he gets the stab.
Excellent.
Stab there. The NG go for the in. He's going in. He's collected it. He picked it up, but it looks like he's going to get gunned down immediately and isn't going to get on that. But the scout now heading in there. PST-16 spotting him out, I think, but he picks up the intel and he's on the run.
He's moving.
Entire blue team, and he gets backed out. That's incredible.
He was running into full force, running into the entirety of the team. Look, there's a little bit of a mix-up or a bit of a twist on the old rule set for CTF here, which makes it a little bit more difficult to actually get a capture in. If you drop the intel and the other team touch, then it goes right back.
Oh, it's beautiful. Quake.
Yeah. That is Quake. That is Quake, and that is Quake momentum. So you're going to see a lot of Quake kind of capabilities and battles taking place here. It's not just guarding the location of the flag in a single location. It's guarding it along its entire point. You can't just have one forerunner going ahead and making an amazing play. You've got to have the entire team coordinating the entire strength of the path. Look, talk about coordination. Stampy here has blown an Uber. That is very well received, Uber, going forward with a lot of momentum at the moment. Blue team really pushing hard into red territory.
Yeah, they should all be coming in here. There's so much space to move in. RK is doing his best hit on this heavy. He lands so many meat shots and takes him down. The scout class right there doing work, but Inst looks like he's going to create a does fall. And RK is surviving on very minimal HP, but that was a good opportunity there for Blues to get in, but they just sort of crumbled in the last minute and weren't on the same page. Stampy getting gone on by a Pyro, but picks up an Uber saw as a result, giving them nearly even Ubers off the back of that.
Yeah, right back to... Well, it's not nearly even. There's a little bit of an advantage over on this red team, but whether or not they're able to utilise it... I'm seeing a scout... I'm seeing a medic being lined up in the crosshairs of Benevolence. It finally gets down the medic and makes this entire class worthwhile existing.
The sniper class, the most powerful class in Team Fortress 2, some would say, if you can hit all the shots at the same time. But it looks like he's going to be rotating around to the rock area. See if you can find an angle, but they have identified now that this is the place to be to get that sentry gun down, as that is a really good spot to have the sentry in. Takes up all the high ground, but he's getting spammed at range right now. He has to pick it up in the end, and this has opened up an opportunity now for the team to come forward and start setting up. But they are sending an int. He's going directly for the int, puts a sticky down, jumps back, yoinks the intel, they're on the run. There you go. That's it, they're going to do it.
This is the one we were waiting for. Creating an opening and then forcing a placement within the opening, getting into location, and then creating a space that will allow you to run away without getting shot down immediately. That's what they've done with this play. It's got them, I think, on the leaderboard. And actually looking at the scoreboard, it's 1-1 at the moment.
I didn't see when red team actually capped on there, but apparently they got a sneaky one at some point. But this is... Yeah, that's very interesting. But anyway, we are moving forward here. It looks like blue team are now mounting another offense, but the red team have identified this. Start moving forward to take down the heavy. Inst goes down as well. And it looks like they have now collected their red team Uber, and let's see if they can pop it in a decent spot here. And they are making their way forwards very slowly and surely, but the Pyro is in, forces off that Uber. Easy clap for the Pyro class.
Yeah, Pyro earning his place on the team right there. That was could have been such a very terrifying Uber to have to face off against. Pyro snuck behind and set the med on fire. Did enough damage to justify popping the Uber. And it sets them back into an unfortunate situation right now.
Yeah, the interesting element of this is that you will constantly have these defenses and offenses trying to go on at the same time, and you kind of have to split the team in half, a little bit like having a flank and having a combo. But in terms of it, you have a defensive sort of element to your team where you have that NG or you don't, and currently they're opting for no NG just so they can have this bit of offense. I'm not sure if the Pyroclast is really working out for them at this point. just because there's no real like places for a Pyro to really work as such. But they have now popped off the blue Uber and they're heading in. They only pick up a demo, and I think that's all they're going to be able to get with this as they start trying to make their way in towards that middle area. Plastic Bag taking all the high ground, but the heavy hasn't been seen. Dean is in the back line. Surprise, boys! I'm here with the Uber. It looks like he's going to shred them apart. Stabby gets ripped. Plastic Bag eats the dirt, and that is going to be 3 clean frags now for Dean.
Yeah, massive advantage now on this red team. They've got the numbers, they've got the placements. They really need a class that can knock its way forward, pick up the flag, and do exactly what was done before. I think we might be seeing this with the Doman going in now. If he can get his positioning done, this could be the attack they've been waiting for. But the entirety of the blue team seems to have gone into a defensive mode at the moment. They're all surrounding that point and pushing down hard and heavy on. Oh, goodness me. I thought that was lights out for
Tua actually picked up the intelligence in the midst of that chaos and is yeeting it back to his base. And it looks like this is going to be another cap for the red side, bringing up the score up to 2-1, coming up as he runs up to cap this. And it is going to be the rest of the team just battling out around that area. But it looks like Red Team have lost momentum and they're going to go back to playing a little bit more defensively now that they've successfully pushed.
Yeah, it's weird having there be no sort of alarms that go off, or I know when I'm playing like CTF, the rare occasions when I play CTF nowadays, but suddenly in the past, it used to be that whenever you catch anything, your entire team got crits. That development has been cancelled or has been nerfed for this particular entertainment, so there are no crits on capture. So no indication, realistically, unless you're paying attention, that you've won and or lost. Your team has won and or lost a point.
Unless you are constantly looking at that scoreboard, but the blue team seems to be doing pretty well with this defensive setup they've got going now. They have actually opted for that engineer on upside down Bunny, apparently his name is. Is
that Bunny?
Yeah, it's got Freyo Bunny just upside down, so I have no idea who that actually is. But the sentry gun has gone up now. It's level 2. Opting for the Frontier Justice. Headshot coming out of Lollivan onto Athletic Chicken. Okay. Some of these aliases, man. Jeez.
Halloween is going to make a mess of us all.
Halloween indeed is. But not really much going on right now. Just building up some Ubers. Blue team actually have their Uber. Red team waiting for their Uber to come up. Trying to opt for how they're going to do this. Athletic Chicken's actually set up some teleporters for his team now. So if they respawn, they can get back to the middle area a lot faster to mount that defense so they can't even get past the halfway point.
Indeed, Tua taking full advantage at the moment. That is Caesar Sniper, well, almost instantly knocked out as well. But yeah, it's going to be the attack on this blue capture area. It seems like it's blue's time to defend and red's time to attack, but it could change in the flick of a switch or a click of a nail.
Yeah, indeed, especially with Sniper class being such a prominent class, but Athletic Chicken going down again. Doesn't really matter too much when you lose the engineer class. I mean, he's got his buildings up and that's all that really matters. Headshot ringing out from Tua there onto Plastic Bag and does take him down. So we're going to see maybe a little bit of shift in momentum. Now that heavy class is gone. Looks like they are pushing the flank together, the red team. They do take down PST-16. Is the picks that they need in order to get in here. Maybe they're going to walk up the staircase. They are indeed. They pop out the Uber. They're going to go for the sentry gun.
Yep, sentry gun has gone down. Looks like the Uber has come out of blue team as well. But sharing a little bit. I was hoping that maybe it's going to run out, and it has not done so. It looks like blue team. I was going to say it looks like blue team have done a solid defense. But Athletic Chicken really trying to get that intel out. Doesn't manage to do so, but so much energy and so much effort towards it. I wish that could have been rewarded.
Yeah, that was so close. He managed to gun down the medic as well. That's going to give red team, a little bit of advantage coming into this next point. Maybe they can pop it out, kill a medic, and then get some stuff done. Tua peeking very aggressively here. Is getting scorch-shotted, and Freya Banny moving forwards, getting in there. Tua goes low and does get taken down there by the upside down banners.
Well, Tua at that point realistically did have to try and make his presence known, since in the running away moments, they'd exposed the location of the teleport exit. So the entire team, while they have this teleport exit, aren't going to be taking it.
Yeah, that's very upsetting there. That's Athletic Chicken, in fact, going down there, so now he's not going to be able to repair that teleport if they do get on top of it. The scout class being a real nuisance here. Just get taken down, and it looks like there is going to be player advantage on the side of the blue team for them to start trying to take mid, but they need to deal some damage to this heavy and fast, because he's buffed all the way up to full, and it's going to be a real nuisance. PST-16 coming in the back line, does take down RK. Oh,
upside down Bunny doing amazing work there, takes down the med and goes after the heavy. Heavy is incredibly weak at this point. Can he escape? He's eating a sandwich. He's eating it slowly. Is that fast enough eating? Oh no, it's not enough. But actually, they could have been really bad. Upside down Bunny surviving by the skin of his little chili chin chin.
speed eating right there from the heavy, trying to like mash it into his head, trying to regain his hit points. And is this a pause that I see?
It's a weird time for a pause. I mean, if ever there was going to be a real moment where the blue team was going to take this point back to themselves, they've got a massive advantage. You're talking about 85% advantage. They've got all of the team players up and ready. We're looking at 5 of them on the screen at the moment. They're gunning for this. They will be absolutely furiously pushing into it as soon as the unpause happens. And it's going to be all on the red team to pull something out of the bag, but without any kind of maneuver. Just athletic chicken looking after his sentry gun, and the demo man for RK being available. That will be quite impressive if they can block this capture at the flag points. Maybe what they'll do is they'll give up the flag points and just rotate round, go for mid, and take them out on path.
Maybe indeed they do a wraparound play. They have the advantage on the round, so they can afford to give up 1 if they all commit for this. But Tua is in an excellent position right now. He's spotting this out for his team. Well, he will do as soon as he walks around the tree. And if he lands that crucial headshot onto Stampede, that could put a massive halt to this push. So we'll see if he can pull something out of the bag. He has hit a couple headshots so far, so hoping to see that continue. But I think the wraparound play would be a perfect play if they can coordinate it. But they haven't really got the numbers for it, as they are down Joey Lemons and Dean. That is an excellent alias, Joey Lemons. He's my favourite now.
I think Joey Lemons and Dean is my favourite band from the 70s. Do
you ever feel like a plastic bag floating through the wind,
referencing the heavy? I often do. Do you know what? The name Plastic Bag as a heavy name, I'm certain I know that player. I'm certain that player is very well versed in the world of Team Fortress 2. And if there was anyone in chat at the moment that knows Plastic Bag, I know what the appropriate button to press for quality Plastic Bag loving is. A B, maybe?
A B?
B for bag.
Yeah, B for bag. Fantastic. Just excellent. I wonder why they're pausing here. Maybe they've got technical issues. I have no idea. Maybe they want to hold the brakes on this entire gameplay here.
I think it's something that Stampy's called for himself, just so he can show off that beautiful headwear he's sporting at the moment. Those green flames and some sort of prism. It looks like they're unpaused. They're pushing into it now. And we are seeing potentially another cap taking place in real time.
Oh,
no. RK makes an amazing stop on it. Sends the flag back to its point.
Oh, that's unfortunate there. The blue team, it was looking so good. RK getting silly low as well, but does get taken down by long range puck from Inst. Inst did a really good job here, sticking off the red team so they can't really aggress even further. But Manny got insanely low there and couldn't make anything happen. Does get taken down with the intel, but he pulled out the escape plan, which might have been his downfall, because he could have caught a heal from the medic otherwise. A lot of them finding a headshot to Joey Lemons as well, but this is going to be, I can't actually tell. I need to retry to get these Ubers.
Yeah, I'm so surprised they weren't able to do anything with that. That was a real opportunity just thrown down the pan. Tua now seeing whether or not they can take out the meds, going sniper on sniper action. Bit of sneakiness around this lump of stone.
I'm gonna liken it to Badlands Spire a little bit, just to like.
Oh, there he goes.
Takes it down. Stampy getting absolutely nuked there by the sniper class. Fufu coming in with his with the 100% Uber, moving into this middle area with his soldier. But there's nothing here for them to really fight against. So I feel like they should just push straight ahead. They know they don't have an NG. Okay, that was where the pause was. Stampy actually timing out there, but I guess they paused just so we could reconnect. And looks like they are moving forwards. Jerry Lemons with the perfect time, but they have got this pirate off the spire. The Uber is now popped. Kind of early there. PST-16 to get a bunch of damage from the soldier class gets directed, but nice reflect from PST-16 to stop Jerry Lemons from getting up on the spire. Athletic Chicken can't take him down. The soldier gets air blasted again into the floor. PST-16 somehow still alive. He's doing it for his team right now. Sets the soldier fire again in the water and is going to survive that entire push.
Yeah, that was amazing. I've never seen a pyro fight so hard and be so completely ignored at the peril of the other team. But well done, Pyro. Beautiful work. We do love you. At least I certainly do.
Yeah, I don't think the rest of the TF2 community will really agree with loving the Pyro class.
6 as well.
Not 6 as well, but in Highlander, everyone loves it. Personally, I want to see Pyro more. Everyone wants to slay me for that, but I don't care at this point. I'll just say what I say, because it doesn't matter. So, Dean is on kind of low HP right now. He needs to catch a couple of heals from his medic. They need to start setting up this defense because it looks like the blue team have managed to get an advantage and they are starting to move forwards before they have the Uber, which is the right thing to do. And they're peppering onto Dean to get his overheals off and doing a really good job. Looks like they are going to pop out this conch to get some momentum going with that speed boost, and they are going to bust through this gateway here, Agro.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very tight map. There's almost a few paces and then you're at mid. There's no point sort of hanging around. If you've got a positioning advantage, no point waiting for an Uber advantage. We're seeing upside down Bunny. I almost called him Bunny for a moment then. Pushing in really hard. He's got support of Plastic Bag. And the entire blue team there able to do enough destruction to get them onto the flag. I think it's is that Lolavant?
Yeah, Lolavant is on his way, and looks like PSD16 has yoinked the intel from under their feet and is running away. Stampy picks it up now as well, but the soldier's coming to bomb in. It's going to take... Oh no, Stampy lives on such low HP, single-digit HP, and is legging it towards the base. The blue team have made it. They bamboozled them by waiting on the intel for it to get capped so they can pick up the next one. Stampy is running up the spire. It's going to be it. It looks like it is, and they've capped it. And that is going to be a win for 2SK.
I don't think that I've ever seen that in any game. I don't think it's even possible to be done in any other game. To have a round just utterly and obliterated by a medic running solo from point to point.
Absolutely incredible. That was really well played there from Stampy. He managed to pick up the health pack, tank the rocket, and then make his way forwards to cap that out for his team, making it 1-0. Looks like they have done really well to grab that one, but 2 didn't manage to take down Ints on this mid-fight, but Plastic Bag coming in on the soldier class this time instead of the heavy. Takes down 2, and it looks like ST16 takes down Dean as well. Looks like this could force the rotations here from the blue side. Sentry Gun is now up for the side of Athletic Chicken, but they are coming in early as it gets upgraded so it doesn't shoot anyone.
No!
Plastic Bag picks up the intel, and he's going to be running through already. Looks like it's going to be an early cap from the blue team.
Yeah, I think Plastic Bag is going to be doing an honourable thing and putting the cap down on their own point. I'd be surprised to find that the blue team hasn't just stayed on point, though. There's almost no point supporting this class. There's nobody else out there on the attacking side at the moment. Blue team just such a solid position right now.
Indeed, it looks like they have taken that early advantage, and managed to get ahead so nicely. It's still no sentry gun for the side of the red team, so they're going to continue this aggression. It looks like Plastic Bag going in again, managing to pick up the intel, and is now trying to jump out of their arcade. Can he block it? Some nice jumping from Plastic Bag. Takes the health back. It looks like he's going to be going again, and there's not going to be anything to stop him again. That's 2-0 already for the blue side. Plastic Bag really taking it home for his team.
Yeah, I mean, this is the point where you've got to start thinking, you've got to pull literally or mentally a pause on operations and figure out what your team is doing wrong and how it can be corrected. An exchange there.
The intel. Plastic Bag picks it up again, and he's on his way. It's going to be 3-0. There's not going to be anyone to stop him here. RK desperately running on the scout class, knows he's weak, to try and pick this one up. It looks like Plastic Bag is jumping with the escape plan for victory, and it's going to be 2-0. That's it. It's over.
How? That first round was nail-biting. It was back and forth, and then the second round just obliterated. I think these classes just split up so perfectly. They knew where they were. They knew what they had to do. They had to achieve, and they'd managed to kind of scissor their way into some sort of placement victory.
It lasted less than 2 minutes, it felt like. That was incredible coming out from the side of the blue team. Plastic Bag understood. He was like, nah, we don't need a heavy. We just get soldier. We jump around, have a good time. I mean, soldier class on this map does look really good. You've got loads of places that you can jump to, and lots of cool jumps you can probably work around on this map too. But just well played from Plastic Bag there. One-man army taking down the red team and playing it home for a team. That's going to be a W for the side of InstantReaction. Ooh, so Medal+1 will be facing the other team in the loser bracket, and apparently the round lasted a whole 110.59 seconds.
Beautiful, beautiful seconds there. That was thoroughly enjoyable, though.
It was thoroughly enjoyable to watch, actually. Yeah, you're right. Watching these classes fight against each other with no class restrictions is honestly so much fun to me. I like seeing how the game would change if you have access to anything that you wanted, including unlocks and having infinite numbers of classes. And it's just interesting to see how these teams change and how they interact with their playstyles. I mean, blue team didn't even get an NG, but red team trying to get that engineer. As soon as the sentry gun went down, there was just not enough time for him to build another one. And it was kind of a bit like, as soon as you get to that last point, you can camp them for a bit. There's not really much else they can do, because they kind of just get camped.
Yeah, it's so much to do with the timing. It's so much like this whole idea of like capping a point and then resetting, capping then resetting that you get with the 5CP, you get it with Koth. You don't get it in this map. It's constant. It's a constant endeavor. And there is no opportunity to reset. There's no opportunity to take a breather and to reconsider what you're going to do with your next move as a team, because you're already out there. You're already in position, and unless you're able to regroup and hold a specific point, inevitably that specific point being either your capture point or their capture point, you're always going to be lost. And this team just capitalized on this realization in the second round that wasn't really available to them in the first round. I'm very curious to see if that's something they're able to pull off again and again as we progress our way through these grand finals.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they decide that they're going to opt for different strategies, what classes they're going to get, and how they're going to set up for their defense/offense. If they do any defense at all, they just seem to attack in that last one, which kind of worked. But in terms of how this sort of game progresses, though, I would be more interested to see how they would adapt on 5CP. I know we had that in the US scene where they had RGL, where they just sort of were like, oh yeah, no class restrictions and you can use whatever you want kind of thing. I really enjoy that. X-Time is also on board with it as well, but me and him are part of the minority that sort of enjoy that kind of thing. So I really like seeing how these teams play in a new game mode and how things work out and just a bit of everything.
Yeah, we've seen some beautiful and interesting things happen in Team Fortress 2 when you take the kid gloves off and let people play the way they want to play. Right now, I think we need to take a very short break. But what we need to do before we go into that is tell you why we're doing this in the first place. There's a charity associated with our efforts today. This is I'm trying to remember the name of the charity. Help me out here.
The Pink Ribbon Foundation. Dun-dun-dun.
That's the one.
You can donate to them at justgiving.com/capthatcharity, and you can donate as much money as you want. It's going to be on screen as well. And for anything that you want to donate, even if it's a small amount or a large amount, it would be great. Every little bit helps when it comes to this kind of thing. So please do, if you have a spare extra pennies lying around, then please do donate to the charity. If not, we like to see your reactions in chat. And thank you for watching as well. Chris Cast loves every one of you.
Oh, I won't go that far, mate. That's a little bit too much. Yeah.
How dare you?
You're mostly okay. We'll survive.
Anyway, yeah, so we're going to cut to a short break here, guys, and we're back with you very shortly. So thank you very much for tuning in tonight, and we'll catch you within the next however long it takes.